We met Pauline earlier in the day. She's the organiser of the Textiles in Focus exhibition, and I found you here demonstrating.
Yes.
Tell me what you're doing.
Well, I'm actually showing people how to make wired leaves or petals or little units that they can put together to make constructions. So in this case, it's a seed pod. But it could be, a bigger vessel. If you use a slightly thicker wire, you could just make little segments and then piece them together to make a bigger vessel, or any kind of construction, in fact. So, just for today, we're just sort of showing how to do leaves. So in this case, I've used cotton covered wire. So it's a copper wire with a cotton sleeve on it. And I've formed it into a leaf shape and laid it down on some scrim that I've framed in my frame really, really tightly. And the scrim has been dyed in this rather random effect. And I'm just now using free machine embroidery to satin stitch the wire down. So I'll go all the way round the leaf.
So you use the free motion foot?
Yes, I have, yes, yeah. So I just go all the way around the leaf, trying not to catch the wire, because it almost certainly will break my needle, if I catch the wire. So I'll just go all the way round, and normally if I was at home I'd actually colour the wire with dye, because then I won't have to stitch so intently to
I was going to say,
this
this kind of has
you
gaps
can see through
to it, so
that's
what, do you go round twice?
So yes,
no, you just
yes,
colour the wire?
Yes,
then?
I'll go round again, as I've done on this one, so I've gone round twice, so I cover the wire completely.
Okay.
And so, once I've gone round, I'll decide whether I want to put another vein of wire down the centre, which I have done on that one. So, and you can see on here, yes, so you can see how it'll bend.
Oh, yes.
But if not, if it was just going to be a petal for a flower, I've still got my machine on zig-zag and free machine embroidery, and I'm just randomly scribbling so that I pull the fibres of the scrim together. It just gives texture, but you can't see that terribly well, so I'll go back over that and do it again to make it a bit bolder, and it just gives a stronger effect. So you ultimately end up with this sort of texture along here.
So nothing's been cut here, it's all to do with it being
it's just pulling the threads together, yes. Wow. And so when I finished, I literally just cut the whole thing out, and hey presto, we've got a leaf.
Yeah. Hey presto, and a bit of practice, but yes.
I was teaching a workshop here yesterday, a 2-hour workshop, and so I thought it'd be nice to do the same, but do it all by hand. So this is done in the same kind of way, but it's just done by hand, just wrapping the wire with a hand embroidery thread, and then stitching in the centre and pulling the threads to create the texture in the centre. And so that's then pulling it all to your petals together to make a flower.
To make the flower.
Yes, or in that case, a little seed pod.
Another seed pod.
So really, this very cheap fabric, which lots of people use to clean their windows.
That's what you said, because you said scrim, yes.
Yes, it's just so adaptable. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it. And there's so many interesting things you can do with it.
So look at the quilter's house. If she's got dirty windows, you know what she's been using the scrim for.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Pauline.
It's a pleasure.